Kim Kardashian is finally opening up about her past relationship with Kanye West, and it's clear that she went through a lot. In recent weeks, Kanye has been facing a wave of allegations, and the latest might be the wildest yet. Word on the street is that he allegedly suffers from a condition that causes a strong body odor, and some are claiming it might be the result of his rumored sexual escapades, allegedly not limited to women. This all ties into the murmurings about Kanye's involvement in Diddy's so-called freak-offs, raising speculation about whether he may have contracted something during these alleged encounters. It begs the question, if these rumors are true, how did Kim endure so much for so long? Some of Kanye's die-hard fans have come to his defense, claiming Kim is just a bitter ex trying to bring him down. They paint her as jealous and vengeful, but it's not just Kim speaking out. Even Kanye's current wife, Bianca Censori, has made similar claims, reportedly back in 2023, when things were still relatively good between them. Bianca confided in friends that Kanye had a serious odor problem, especially when he was sweaty and layered in clothes. She allegedly said he isn't keen on showering regularly, and it's been tough on her. As for how Kanye allegedly developed this condition, the gossip mill claims it's linked to his long history of sleeping around. His affairs may not always make headlines, but they've been happening for years. For example, not many realized that Kanye admitted in a song to cheating on Kim shortly after she gave birth to their son Saint. That revelation flew under the radar or was simply ignored by his loyal fans. And that's not the only dark cloud surrounding Kanye. He's also faced disturbing allegations of sexual misconduct. One notable accusation came from singer Nikki Heaton, who once claimed that Kanye and Diddy allegedly tried to coerce her during what was supposed to be a professional meeting. She showed up at the studio expecting a normal session with Kanye, only to find Diddy there too, along with 9 other women. According to her, the vibe was immediately unsettling. She and her manager were reportedly given drinks that may have been spiked. So now people are asking, could Kanye's alleged hygiene condition be linked to these disturbing patterns? It's hard to say for certain, but between the rumors, his own admissions, and multiple women sharing eerily similar stories, it's clear that there's more to this story than what meets the eye.
I didn't know what to do, but I knew that there was something wrong, basically. And I was standing there pretending to sip this drink, and my manager was sitting across from me. And I see her across the room holding her drink. And it was weird because I noticed as I was standing there just like wondering what's going on, Diddy kept looking at me, and Kanye kept looking at Lauren, and like they were exchanging glances. And I'm like, they're like watching me strangely. I'm like, okay, let me pretend to drink, and like I'm not actually doing it. And like that seemed to like make them happy, like me like pretending to like join in. And immediately I'm like, there's something in this drink. And all of a sudden, I realize that I'm in this studio. The music's low, the lights are dim, but you can still like see everything. And I realize that I'm in the studio with Diddy and Kanye, and they're both off their and there's 3 other men, an executive that works with Kanye, his engineer, and his cousin, and me. And I'm standing pretty close to it. And I realize all of a sudden that Kanye and Diddy have realized that I'm the only girl in the room. And they're like, fuck that, never mind. And they start coming towards me, and they're like, don't you want to take your clothes off? Like, it's so hot in here. And I'm like, no, fine. I'm fine like this. And they're like, come on, like, it's just us. Like, we're all just friends. Like, let us just, like, see, like, how you look. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine. And, like, I still haven't gotten scared yet, you know? Like, I'm still, like, this is a bad situation. I'm creeped out, but, like, there's no reason to panic. There's other men here. Yeah, so they're coming towards me, and I'm like, okay, this is I don't know where my manager is. I don't know where anyone is. And they're coming towards me more, and they're trying to, like, take my clothes off. And I'm like at that point where I'm like, this is not good, but I'm like still trying to like play it off. Just like, stop, you guys are stupid. Like, get out of here. Like, don't touch me. Like a little bit scared. Is this just freeze? Okay, no, it's back. Okay, so let me just get to the point. So they start trying, like, they're like pawing at me. Like, they're They're both drunk, probably on something else. And I start to get a little bit apprehensive because I'm pretty much like backed up against the wall. Like there's only one exit and I'm pressed up against this door. And I'm still not completely terrified yet, but I'm like, you guys stop, like stop. And they're getting to the point where they have like ripped my shirt off. And like I'm like almost fully exposed at this point. And they're both coming at me. And I'm like, you guys, like seriously, this isn't fun.
Kanye West's former assistant, Lauren Pashada, has come forward with disturbing allegations against him, claiming he made her deeply uncomfortable over several months with inappropriate behavior and actions. According to reports, Lauren was primarily supporting herself through an OnlyFans account in 2021 when she first met Kanye. He initially hired her to help with the first season of his Yeezy women's fashion line, and they also worked together on 3 tracks from his Donda album, though she doesn't have any official credits. Kanye later offered her a job as his personal assistant with a staggering $1 million annual salary under the strict condition that she be available to him 24/7. Lauren agreed, but it wasn't long before things allegedly turned dark. Pashada claims Kanye began sending her highly inappropriate text messages, especially after she shut down her OnlyFans account. She says he bombarded her with explicit messages and adult videos. In one instance, she alleges that Kanye even pleasured himself while speaking to her on the phone. Even more disturbing, she claims he once trapped her in a private room on his plane and pleasured himself in front of her. The texts he allegedly sent her were graphic and unsettling. In one message, Kanye reportedly wrote, "See, my problem is I be wanting to F, but then after I want a girl to tell me how hard they've been while I'm F them. Then I want her to cheat on me." In another instance, he texted, "Is my racist? This F div mine. I'm going to beat this D for being F racist. I'm going to stare at pictures of white women with black behinds and beat this out of my D." What's alarming is that fans weren't entirely surprised. Many noted that it sounded like the kind of unhinged behavior Kanye had been publicly displaying for years. Things escalated even further when Lauren updated her lawsuit to include allegations of sexual assault. According to court documents, Lauren and a former client, whose name has not been made public, were invited by Kanye to a studio session he co-hosted with Diddy. Upon arrival, drinks were served, and it was allegedly announced that everyone had to drink if they wanted to stay. Lauren said she took a few sips of the drink poured and handed to her at Kanye's direction, after which she began feeling disoriented. She claims she blacked out and woke up the next day with no memory of what happened and deep feelings of shame and confusion. Years later, while working for Kanye, she says he casually brought up that night, telling her they had hooked up and even provided explicit details Lauren had no memory of. It was only then that she realized she might have been assaulted. When she told Kanye she had no memory of that night, he allegedly laughed and said, "Women love to say they don't remember." But that wasn't the only incident. Lauren also alleges that during a Donda album workshop at the Street Regis Hotel in San Francisco in July 2021, Kanye aggressively banged on her hotel room door at 6:00 a.m. When she answered, he forced his way inside, claiming he needed to use her shower because his wasn't working. She says he later approached her completely naked, dropped his towel, and tried to force himself onto her, pressing his body into her face despite her pleas for him to stop. Afterward, he allegedly just apologized and went about his day as if nothing had happened. At this point, many are pointing out that Kanye's alleged behavior and his friendship with Diddy are no coincidence, birds of a feather, as they say. Speaking of Diddy, there have long been rumors about Kanye's alleged involvement in Diddy's notorious freak-offs. Kanye himself seemed to hint at this during a Twitter rant a few weeks ago, where he posted in all caps, "You boo were not essayed. Pardon me, let me put this in ye caps. You me too b did not ye key essowed. U EX2ORTDNS. NS means men, B means B." He continued, "Trump, please free my brother Puff. Free Puff. Puff, we love you. I stood up for Puff and I'm still winning 20 Grammys next year and doing the Super Bowl." Kanye also said, "My supporter Puff is completely selfish. I need to find whoever been trying to out black moguls. I just found out that Puff is not allowed to make or collect money while he's locked up, so I'ma send his half of the money to Justin." Puff got me too'd, so did I. Free Puff. Fans quickly speculated that when Kanye said he got me too'd, he was indirectly admitting to being involved in some of Diddy's controversial parties. Adding to the chaos, a woman recently came forward claiming that Kanye himself started hosting his own freak-offs with his wife, Bianca Censori. Based on her allegations, it sounds like Kanye may have been far more deeply involved in Diddy's scene than anyone previously realized.
I do have Kanye and his wife tea. This has been brewing for the past couple of years. There's no reason for me to bring it out except for this. I do feel like I could let you guys know into the situation that's happening. So Kanye pays P-stars, men, with large black this to F his wife, and I approve. Okay, so I have in the past made a video with this man, this P-star who has a large black schlong. I've made a video with him. So one day I get this text. You can read it, okay? Here's my text with Kanye's private jet guy. Also, this is what I put on my close friend story at this time. Kanye likes to watch other men F his wife and other girls.
Child, what a hot mess. Given all of Kanye's shenanigans and the way he reportedly sleeps around, it's honestly not surprising that he allegedly has a condition that makes him stink. Add in the rumors about his poor hygiene habits, and well, y'all get the point. Anyway, I'm curious, what do y'all think about all this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video.